Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go, let's go!
Right to the air goes Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
11, 30, Lisa 24. Darn it.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Rip, 20, 13 loop. Done, it's hot.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, Lion, think right. Go, go. Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
30 left. Think right, open. Hey, I'm gun.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
Right, let's go.
Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 319, get set.
Play action now for Fields. He will find his man. That's the rookie from Ohio State. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Here we go. All right.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go, son.
They go play action with Fields. He runs with it. Oh, yeah. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Fields now to throw on first down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Go.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Brought down by Nolan Smith. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
So,
and
from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
11, Agate. Go, let's go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. It's 3rd and 4.
Great job. 11, hey, run. 11, so take right open. Oh, hey, I'm gun.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Lisa 24. Silver.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made, no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Here we go. We good. 19 windy. Here we go. Go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Oh, he missed the extra point. It's no good, and they can't even this one up. They will remain down by 1.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
31-yard line.
13, Lou. All right, let's go. Sign it.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11. Hey, tomato.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
7 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Etienne trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Red on red. Here we go.
Allen. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
This one caught just past the pylon. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 14-6 lead. Following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Easy. Chip slip.
First down. Fields. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Hey, Lion! Focus.
Throwing is Lawrence. That one, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Travis Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Little on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Go.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now he'll run. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Here we go. Right.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go, son. Turbo, son.
Now it's a bootleg with Fields. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Flush to his right. He'll run again. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's good. For an Eagles.
Easy.
Fields. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Fields. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he will not be able to make it to the goal line. It's a big stop. You can't get it back to a one-score game. The lead will hold at 9. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll be second down.
13 loop. Go, let's go. 11, Lisa 24. Take right. This side. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
Hey, run. Hey, kill here. Son, this is hot.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Play action now for Fields. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Turn up.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. This time they stay on the ground. Barkley's got the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
Here we go, son. Chip Swear. 319, just cut. Angel. Tonight.
Throwing is Fields. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
39-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers.
To the goal line and in. Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Eagles, first down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Fields. Moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off. And he is out of bounds. He He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, son. Extend.
Now, Fields. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. No more. No. 319, just right.
Back to throw is Fields. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Here we go. Angel. 358, we can't cut. Right.
To throw is Fields. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
All right, let's go.
They'll run here with Allen. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, run. Hey, tomato. Done.
Now Lawrence. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
Now here's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Spring. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play for Jacksonville. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Done. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down, and here's Allen. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
11. Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
Carry now for Allen. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Lawrence. There's Hunter. It's complete. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
11, Agate. All right, let's go. Same. Hey, so go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That ball tossed. Brendan straight. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Here we go. 319, get that. Go.
They go play action with Fields. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Right.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and long.
Don't jump.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over first.
Hey, Ron.
At the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And he will get into the end zone. Jakobi Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will add one more onto their big lead.
42. Eagles 12. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Here we go, son. Right.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Picks up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
No mud. Here we go, son. Hey, 319, get that.
Fields. His throw left side is complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First down.
Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
Here
First
we go,
down,
son.
Philadelphia.
319, get that. Right.
Now, faking the give. going up top. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here we go. We're good. 331. Go.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
Here we go. Up, 222. Right.
Fields to throw for it, and he's going to go down. The pressure too much, and that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs. On the give, this is Allen, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain
Second and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, run! Hey, Phil.
Allen gonna get it again, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On third down, it's Allen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. So it is fourth down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Here we go. 319. Can I do that?
Fields now to throw on first down. Out to his right. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed. And they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.